Road. A few of our staff members are on hand and here to help you with your bidding, clustered but about to spread out behind me here. I've got Abby on my left hand side, Jay, Ish, Claire and Max, who are here to help you with any questions you may have in regards to the contract, the Section 32, which has been on display for the last half an hour and indeed throughout most of the campaign. They're also here to help you with your bidding. So if you are here with the purpose of trying to buy the property today, then wave them down. They'll give you a hand and hopefully they'll help you secure a fantastic home and opportunity for you here today. The format for today's auction is that I'll read through the contract's key terms, I'll talk through the rules for today's auction, talk a bit about the home and opportunity that's before you here today, and then from that point forward I'll open up and I'll call for any and all of your competitive bidding. The property we are selling is known in the contract as Lot 2 on Planner Subdivision 448570H in Certificate of Title Volume 10713, Folio 195, or more commonly known to you and I as 2 at 29 Donald Street here in Mount Waverley. Today's sale does include all the fixtures and fittings, so everything stuck is staying pretty obvious, but I need to state that and let you know we are selling via a public auction whereby a 10% deposit is required. However, you can pay that in the form of a $20,000 deposit today, and the balance of that 10% can come through on Monday. Settlement, very flexible, 60, 90 days is what we're after. Up to 120 is a possibility as well, but super flexible on the settlement terms. If you've got settlement terms outside of what I've just mentioned, maybe just raise your hand so one of my staff members can have a quick chat before we get underway. Before we get underway, I'll talk through the rules very quickly and briefly. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available before the start of today's auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for the property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors do have a reserve price as the auctioneer will indicate bidders on request, and the law permits false bids, major disruptions by bidders and bidders preventing others from bidding, and provides fines for such conduct. The rules today do permit vendor bids. The words during the auction are used to make a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law only I as the auctioneer can make a vendor bid. That's the rules, that's the terms, all pretty straightforward. Again, if you've got any questions, now's the time to raise your hand and we'll answer those before we get underway. But before we get underway, I want to briefly talk to you about what an opportunity this is for you, ladies and gentlemen, whether you are a young buyer starting out to get your first home in the location in the area, whether you're downsizing from a larger property or a double-storey home and you're thinking single-level living is the right option for you, or whether perhaps you're investing in property at this point in time and you'd like to get healthy rental returns on a property such as this, which you can definitely enjoy because we are probably in one of the most booming rental markets that I've seen. So as an investment, as a starting home, as a potential home for you to downsize, it ticks a lot of boxes. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, remote double lock-up. Ducted heating, you could probably feel it as you go through. Evaporative cooling throughout as well. Neat little kitchen, open plan. You've got beautiful polished timber floorboards throughout as well. A really, really neat and tidy home. The master at the front there with the ensuite and the walk-in robe. Location's amazing. You're only a short distance from a few places. Oakley shops, cafes, restaurants just down the road. The village, Mount Waverley around the corner as well. The Glen Shopping Centre, Chadstone Shopping Centre too. So as far as amenities, you're in the heart of some of the best amenities that the southeast and of course Melbourne has to offer. Lots of schooling options, both primary and secondary nearby as well. So if that's on your mind, I think location you'll have no problem with again. The only problem you're going to have is who's going to buy it today, who's going to raise their hand, call out and try to secure the fantastic home and opportunity that I've just described before you now. Bidders and buyers, how I sell the home today, I call 3 times. First call, second call, third and final call. When the hammer hits the contract like so, the property is sold. I cannot take a bid or offer after that takes place, so make sure you've raised your hand, called out your bid nice and loud, and secured to 29 Donald Street in Mount Waverley. Bidders and buyers, I'm in your hands now. As intimate as this is, don't feel shy, put your hand in the air, call out your bid, or have one of my staff members help you do that. We are in your hands. A fair, reasonable start's what I call and look forward to. 29 Donald Street buyers in your hands from here. 950,000. Welcome. Good luck with your bidding, sir. On the right-hand side at 950,000. We are off and running. A comfortable rise of 10,000 from there if you like to keep it moving. At 950, the bid on my right-hand side. 960. Can I say? At 950,000 now, 960 will put you in front. 950 is the bid. 960, can I see anywhere at all? We get to negotiate with you if you're the highest bidder. That's the way it works. At 950,000 now. At 950,000 on my right hand side, calling for 960 to make it simple and easy, or a stronger bid if you like. But at 950 is the bid. At 950 now, I call 3 times. We work with our group on the right hand side. If there's no better bid, make that crystal clear. First time in the call now at 950,000. Second call at 950,000. Third and final call All finished, silence. And
960.
960 up the back there. 970 straight back. 980 if you like. 970's here. At 970,000 now against your buyer there. 970's the bid. At 970,000, 980 if you like. 970, 2 in the pipe. 980 up the back now. 990 straight back. At 990 the bid now between two parties now. At 990 the bid here. At
1 million.
1 million now. 1 million against you for a further rise of 10 if you like from here.
10.
Million and 10. Million and 10 in front now. Had a million and 10, say 20 now from you, Claire. A million and 10's the bid. Had a million and 10 now on my right hand side. 20 it is at a million and 20 now, a million and 30. We're on the market selling, playing for keeps. I can tell you now at a million and 30. Keys belong over here on the market and selling. A million and 30 is the bid. At a million and 30 the bid between two parties now. At a million and 30 we sell away if there's no better bid. A million and 40 he says up the back. A million and 50 back at you now at a million and 50. Selling here in front now at a million and 50. 60 is his bid now. At a million and 60 the bid.
70.
70 the bid now over here on my right hand side. A million and 70 the bid. Had a million and 70 now in front. Had a million and 70 hotly contested by two parties there. A million and 70 is the bid. 80 now on my left there. 80 the bid now. A million and 80.
85.
85. A million and 85. Up to you and against you up the back. A million and 90. And a million and 90 now the bid.
95.
95. 95. Do we call for 1-1? Had a million and 95 now. I call 3 times to sell. First time of the call now, we sell away at a million and 95. We are selling. Second call now.
1.1 million.
1.1 million there. At 1.1 the bid against you now. 1.1. Take any rise or offer from here if you like. At 1.1's the bid up the back. At 1,100,000 now. At 1.1's the bid. Any bid or rise from here will take you further. Otherwise, I have to call 3 times and knock it down. At 1.1 the bid. And 5? 105. At 105, Claire, 105 the bid. At 1,105 the bid now. At 1,105 the bid now, my right hand side. Same warning again. I call 3 times, we sell away at 105 the bid. At 1,105, I call 3 times, we sell here on my right hand side. If there's no better bid now. First call. Second call.
Another 5,000.
110. 1,110. 1,110 the bid up the back now. 1,110. And 1. 111. 111 the bid. 1,111.
1,000.
112. 113.
14.
114. 16.
17.
17. 17 the bid. At 1,117 up the back. At 1,117,000. Need to know. At 1,117,000. Final moments and opportunity. Checking with you in a second at 1,117,000. First call. 18.
19.
19.
20.
20. At 1,120 the bid. At 1,120 I called 3 times to sell. First call 1,120,000. Second call at 120.
21.
121. 21 the bid. I'll check in again in a moment or so. 1,121 the bid. At 1,121 the bid now. Final moments. I'll check in with you in a second before we call 3 times to knock it down. At 1,121,000. First call. Second call. 22. 22. Final moments again, Claire. 1,122 the bid. I call 3 times.
23.
23. 1,123. At 1,123 the bid now. Just the two of you in it at the moment. At 1,123 the bid. Looks like it's between these two parties all the way at 1,123 the bid. Call 3 times in a moment. Give you a second to decide. At 1,123. First time of the call now, 1,123. Second call at 1,123. Third. Final call. Done. Finished. At 1,123. I call 3 times, I knock it down to sell. Just double check with you in case. 25. 25. Pat 1,000,125. Pat 1,000,125. We call 3 times again to sell. Need to know up the back. First call at 1,000,125. Second call at 1,000,125. Third, final call. All finished, silent, and done. Sure, finished. Selling. Selling. Congratulations, we are sold. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for attending another Way Wide auction. Have a fantastic weekend.